Hey guys, thank you again for joining my channel. So today we're going to discuss about tax in the UK. So before we go into this, I really want to make you guys aware when it comes to trying to get information on tax, YouTube is quite a decent source, but you should always take this as a starting point or a way to get your mind around the issue of taxation in this country, for example. What I would suggest is after looking at my video or looking at other people's video, please go on Government UK, their official site. I'll put it also on the screen. So that should be your first source when it comes to tax. YouTube is just so you get your head around it. Again, you need to use that site as a definitive answer in terms of any type of questions when it comes on tax, because what I'm saying is okay for 2020 November, but if you look at this video 6 months down the line, things might have changed because tax also changes with inflation after a set period of years. So I really want you guys to have the latest up-to-date information. The way we're gonna structure this video today is the first topic is to understand what is HMRC. Then we're gonna go into the most common type of tax in the UK. Then the number third item is the one that you guys are really interested is the income tax / PAYE tax, and we're gonna go into detail on that one. And the last one is maybe some tax exceptions that we found during this preparation in November 2020. So HMRC, and it stands for Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, is the department of the government that's responsible for collecting taxes, or the taxman, as you may wish. You guys need to know that's responsible for taxes. You can see the letterhead when you have on your pay slips, and this department also calculates what's the minimum wage for this country, and also it's responsible for your national insurance numbers. So there are quite many type of taxes in the UK, and there are quite a few niche ones. So again, we're just going to talk about the high level ones. If you find yourself looking for a specific niche type of tax, I would definitely again suggest go for the government side or seek special assistance when it comes to that. So I will start with splitting them with government taxes and local taxes. So local taxes is similar to like council tax, and that's a tax that you would pay based on the property you rent or have bought. If you're renting a room and it's with all bills included, I wouldn't worry about that one. So that's pretty much like the local taxes that I want to highlight. The big ones are the government taxes, and the biggest one that we need to discuss is the income / pay tax. So depending on your current situation, so if you're self-employed, then you need to pay your own income tax. If you're already hired by a company, you don't need to worry because the tax is already taken out of your pay. So that's when you get your paycheck, you see pay on it. So you don't need to worry if you're already hired by somebody. But if you have a self-employed status, or you have additional revenue from a small business for renting property, something like that, then you also have income tax. So I kind of sit in both these areas. The next one is VAT, or value added tax, and this is a tax that's attached to goods. In the UK is 20%, and most goods have this tax attached to them, but there are a few essential items that are not taxed, like fruit, vegetables, meat, probably water, and I think even in education, books are not paying VAT. Then we go to excise duties. This is a tax above the VAT for specific items that pretty much could cause harm. That's how they classify them. So when it comes to health risks, right? So alcohol and tobacco have this excise tax duties. Then you have the environmental ones. So these ones are attached to fossil fuels. So that's why your fuel prices increase also, because they have attached a tax to this. And then social harm. So that's pretty much gambling. So there's a additional tax to gambling because it's considered it could cause social harm and dependence to gambling. Then we go to corporate tax, and that's pretty much when you own a company and the company makes profit, you need to pay corporate tax. And we don't need to forget about the national insurance contribution. So again, everybody who's working has to pay this if they're above 16-year-old. If they, I think, earn around £157 per week, that if they're employed by if they are employed, apologies, by a company, or if they're self-employed, then I think if they earn more than £6,025 per year, you have to pay this. And I think that's it for the type of tax, the bigger type of taxes that there are available. Of course, there are other ones. And this is the most important topic that I presume you guys want to discuss. It's called income tax. So this is, first of all, we need to understand that this is, I would say, a level type system. So it's split in the UK into 4 levels. So it's between 0 and £12,500 per year. Then from £12,500 to £50,000 per year, and then from 50 to £150,000, and then above £150,000. So the first band you pay 0% tax, so pretty much no tax. The second level you pay 20% tax. The third level you pay 40% tax, and the one above £150,000 you pay 45% tax. This is all across UK. Scotland has separate rules, and I'm just going to highlight them really quick here, but it's the same logic. And we're going to discuss quickly about 4 people with 4 different salaries for you guys to better understand. But the thing that everybody that looks first time to these, I would say, taxations levels is they think that if they are classified between a sum, they get taxed on the whole sum. But you need to understand this is a tier system. So if you earn, let's say, £30,000, then the first £12,500, that's not taxated, then the above is taxated. But you'll better understand this after we go through these 4 examples. So we're gonna have 4 people on the screen. So the first person is going to have a babysitter job, and it's gonna pay £6,000 per year. The second one is going to be an engineer with £45,000 per year. The third person is going to be a banking manager that's gonna earn £80,000 per year. And the last one is going to be a CEO with £300,000 per year. And I'm just gonna put on the screen in levels how much money are they going to pay in tax, and you'll better understand this leveling. So you'll see now that the first person would literally pay no tax because he's in the first level. And then the engineer, you'll see now that how much tax he will be paying. He's not going to pay for the first level, for the first 12,500, but then he's going to pay 20% between 12,500 and his 45,000 pound salary. And then that's the same for the manager, but he has to pay an additional 40% when for the 30,000 pounds that he gets when it's above 50,000 pounds. And then the CEO gets taxed on every single tier, and you can see everything on the screen. Hopefully with these calculations you'll better understand how this system works. And if you have any questions, then try to put in the comment section, and I'll try to calculate for you guys how much tax you should pay. And the last chapter, guys, is exemptions from tax. So I think the first £1,000 of income from self-employment, that's not taxable. If you're renting a property, then the first, again, £1,000, that's not taxed. When it comes to banking, if you have an ISA account, so individual savings account, that one is not taxed, because any banking account that's producing money back, so it gives you a small percentage, it's taxed. So these type of I would say banking accounts are not paying tax on their small profits. So if you ever have a bank account, definitely open this type so you won't pay tax on the small percentage you win back. Then we have the dividends from companies that are under the dividends allowance scheme, and that's where you guys need to dig a bit deeper to understand if that's your scenario. Some state benefits, and this is quite a big and niche sector that I'm not going to go in. Premium bonds or national lottery wins are not taxed in the UK. And if you're renting from a lodger in your house, then you don't need to pay tax. But then there's a rent room limit on a lodger, which is quite small. And that's it, guys. So hopefully I managed to steer you guys into the right direction. Again, what I need to emphasize is things change over time, so definitely go to the government side to better understand what's the current situation now. And if you find yourself not being able to understand or find the things that you want, probably you need the support of a financial advisor that could support you guys a lot better than I can. Again, hope this helped you guys and steered you into the right direction. I really hope you guys have a great day, and see you till the next video.